Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the best small forwards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Here on this tier list, we've got 40 something of the best small forwards in the game to rank in this video, and don't want to waste any time, got to get right into it. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So Giannis Antetokounmpo, despite being a bit of an older card, jumper's only on normal and he is very limited as a shooter. It is a fact, but he's amazing as a slasher and still amazing defensively. Still a very impactful card, and I feel like he is still low A or high B because of the impact he can have as a slasher, as a defender, and with his size. So I think I'm gonna go B tier, but he's a solid card. Adam Morrison to me is not a card I am the biggest fan of. I'm a little bit biased, maybe, I don't know, but I just realistically, he's also probably same level as John. They're totally different cards, but I don't think I'm as high on him as I am on a lot of the other small forwards, in all honesty. High B feels fair. He's not a bad card. He's got a good jumper. He's solid stat and badge wise all the way around. He's definitely a good card, but he's also not what I would say, I don't know. I think B tier is pretty fair. I would rather have Pink Diamond Beasley than Dark Matter Adam Morrison, for example. Beasley is just such a good shooter and scorer. Even his Pink Diamond still has to be A tier in my opinion because of how valuable he is in the offensive end of the court. That one's easy. Aaron Gordon is damn near D tier. I don't think he's quite D tier, but he's not far off of it. His jumper is ugly. I do not like it. It is very limiting, and otherwise he's a great card, but I just don't think it's enough, in all honesty, because of the lack of a good jump shot. Paulo Banchero, also low C tier, or just C tier somewhere. He's 6'10", he's got good stats and badges, but he doesn't have the jump shot, and he doesn't have SIGs either, so he's also C tier. Weber is S tier. Weber's real only flaw is the fact that his jumper can be a bit inconsistent, a bit tough to green, but he's still a very good card. 6'10", 100 overall. I mean, he's obviously a stud. Danny Granger's really good, definitely a great value small forward option. A tier for sure, definitely a super duper solid card. Love his jumper, and I think he's a nice one. I think he definitely does a lot of things well. Rudy Gay, I think he's got to go C as well. The scoring is there, but the defense isn't really, and he doesn't have elite level size. I think he's good. I don't think he's insane. I feel like C tier is probably the right level for him as well. Giannis, that's an easy S tier. Best small forward in the game, not even close. That's a no-brainer, no doubt about it. Jonathan Isaac has great defensive ability. His jumper's a little bit mid though, which puts him, in my opinion, low B. I feel like that's probably the fairest spot for him on this list. LeBron is like low A, honestly. I think doesn't have SIGs, but everything else is nice between jump shot, fade, slashing, defense. So I think he's A. Karl Malone, C tier. He's like a worse Jonathan Isaac. Not quite as good defensively, but he is a big small forward. He's a very good finisher on the inside, which is nice, but he doesn't have a god tier jumper, and he's not an elite level perimeter defender. I think C tier is the right spot for him. Jason Tatum, we'll go A tier. Tatum's not S tier to me at small forward. He just doesn't have enough size, and I don't think his animations are insane, but he's a good card. I have no problems with him at A tier. He's definitely solid. I just don't think he's worth his price. Boozer's super solidly B tier. Jumper's super nice. He's a good defender. He's got good size. Solid card, but nothing too ridiculously special. Sean Kemp feels C tier to me. Doesn't have a great jump shot. He's got good size, good stats, but he doesn't feel like he's that much better than Apollo Banchero. I don't know if he's better enough to be out of C tier. Lauri Markkanen, same story. The only reason he's C tier is because he's 7 foot, in all honesty. His jumper's good, but not insane. And in all honesty, he just does nothing off the dribble at all. And he's a little bit on the slower end. I just don't think he's quite D tier either. I'm going to go Terry Dishinger in high B tier. If he was taller, he would absolutely be A tier, and honestly, maybe even S tier. If he was a shooting guard, he'd be a borderline S tier shooting guard. But at small forward, his lack of size does matter, and it's probably his biggest flaw. Puts him in B tier, in my opinion. Kuzma's going to be our first D tier. I just don't think he does enough. He's like a worse Rudy Gay. He's not much of a scorer. He's not an elite defender. He's just not that good of a card. Dennis Rodman, low B, undersized, but great defensively. Jumper's not as bad as I thought. Very good slasher, and I mean, he's not a horrible card. I think he's better than all the C tier guys, at least. Jonathan Bender, I'm going to go high C. I really like his jumper. I don't think he's an extremely elite card, though, overall, despite a nice jumper. He's certainly not bad, but he's also certainly not what I would consider a super top tier option at this point in the year because of the limitations he has besides shooting and besides height. KD, low B. Not the biggest fan of KD, in all honesty. He just doesn't have great animations as a dark matter. He's not a bad card by any means, but he is not what I would consider an extremely top tier high level option either. He's not an insane scorer. He's not an insane defender. He's just a good, not great card at this point in the year. Gerald Wallace is undersized, very good defensively with a nice jumper, but doesn't have elite size, like I said, and again, doesn't do a lot of off the dribble stuff. I don't mind his jumper. I think he's a pretty good card. I don't know. I feel like he's C tier. Scotty Barnes, I'm sorry. I think D tier. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. I don't love the card. He doesn't do anything too impressive for me personally. I think D tier is where I would put him. I'm just not very impressed by Scotty Barnes' card this year. Tyler Hansbrough, same level as Carlos Boozer, another really good 6'10" small forward, good jump shot, decent movement, decent defense, solid card. Josh Smith feels like a top 6 or 7 small forward. I don't think he's top 5 or 6 though. Honestly, I mean, maybe he's 6th. I think he's got to go A tier. I just feel like that's the right spot for him. Kukoc is really good. He's a little slept on. He's like a better Bender / Lowry. Has decent stats, has a really nice jumper. He is a bit slept on. I think he's a very solid card. He's also 6'11", so that's super nice. Blake is obviously S tier, one of the best small forwards in the game. I don't think I really need to explain that one too much. Kenyon Martin's decent, not insane, like a worse Boozer. More athletic, but his jumper's not unbelievable. It's a little hitchy, I guess. He's got good stats and batters. He's not a bad card, but there's a lot of good cards on this list. Tim Thomas feels like a low S or high A guy. He's better than Josh Smith, but I'm not actually sure he's going to stick in S tier. I'm putting him S tier for now, but he might wind up being the highest card in A tier. He's very good though, that I will say. Michael Porter Jr., realistically, he's C tier. Now, I was very impressed by this card in the pack and play I did with him. He definitely carried my team, but I think that was in large part due to the team that we were playing against. Y'all should go check out that video though. It was a fun one to record. 6'10" with a nice jumper. He's probably top of C tier, but I don't know if he's as good as any of the cards in B tier. Jamal Mashburn, not great, honestly. I'm moving, by the way, I have to have more D tier guys. I'm moving Markkanen down. I just think he doesn't do enough off the dribble. Mashburn's actually okay. He's just really undersized. He's only like, what, is he 6'7" or 6'8"? I don't think he's got very good size overall, I will say. I don't know if it's actually quite as bad as I said, but yeah, okay, 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan, so not terrible size-wise, just not awesome. But I think he's a decent card. He's got, from what I hear, a pretty good jumper. Like, I think he's a pretty good card. I never really used him though, so I can't tell you for certain. Jason Tatum is a non-shot creating small forward with no real sigs. All he has is a pretty good jumper and good stats and badges. He has no fade and no sigs at all, but his jumper is pretty good. He's a good defender. I'll give him C tier, but I'm not giving him any higher than that. Anton Jameson, very good card, definitely B tier. This is a very bottom or middle heavy list in all honesty, but I just don't think there's that many cards that are exemplary. That being said, Anton's towards the top of B tier. Definitely a very good card with a super nice release who does a lot of things well. Super duper solid option in the B tier. I like his movement as well. Lamar Odom, I don't like his jumper at all. I'm not a big fan of that card. I think he stinks. I don't mind putting him in D tier. Dorian Finney-Smith is yet another one of the just like the fine, solid small forwards. Good jump shot, good defender, but undersized, doesn't do a lot off the dribble. Just like fine, not special. AK has an insane jumper. He's an elite defender. He's got some off the dribble stuff as well. He is awesome. I'm a big fan of what he provides, and I think he's S tier for sure. LeBron, if I have Dark Matter Braun and B, I feel like Opal Braun has to be C at this point. He just doesn't have, his jumper's still in normal. I know he's got great defense and always has great dunk animations and stuff, but he doesn't do anything off the dribble, and his jumper isn't insane. Can't put him higher than C tier. KD's obviously S tier. He and Giannis are the two best. Honestly, KD's more of a small forward to me, or shooting guard to me, than he is a small forward, but at shooting guard or small forward, he's an incredible card. There's no doubt about that. Gallinari's really good. I think Gallinari's A tier. Just call me crazy. Good movement at 6'10" with legitimately good stats and badges. That is a really solid card. I think he's A tier. Michael Beasley, he is S tier, 100%. That is an easy one. He has to go in the S tier. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Absolutely elite level card. I think he has to be S tier. Hito Turkoglu, I don't love this card. Jumper's hitchy and weird. He doesn't have much sigs. I'm going to go D tier for him. I'm not a big fan. James Worthy, low A. If the jumper was better, he'd be higher, but his jumper isn't better, and it holds him back. Plain and simple. I'm going A tier for James Worthy. Pat Williams, another one of just the fine, not special C tier small forwards. There's a lot of them in that tier. And then Giannis is going to go, we're going to go high or low S for Giannis. This is a big S tier, but I don't honestly mind. I think this is pretty accurate. I don't feel like I can put any of these guys not in the S tier. I could move a couple guys up from B to A tier and move Josh Smith into A. You know what? I'm just going to have a really big S tier on this list, because we're going to move Terry up and we're going to move Morrison up, and we're going to rock with something along these lines for this list. He's 6'10" with a good jumper. He's going to get moved up, and I think we're going to leave it like this. I don't mind this. I think this is good. I feel like Josh Smith deserves to be S tier as well. He's better than the guys in A tier. This is a really good list. It's a big S tier, but I hope y'all did enjoy the list, and I hope y'all understand why. The small forward position is very loaded right now, so I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.